right, guys, welcome to Los Angeles once again. My brothers, Nestor Serra and Pedro Hidalgo, all the way here from Barcelona, Spain.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Always a big pleasure to spend time with you guys. I always learn so much and have such a great time.
Thank you. We're having a great time now. Also, as always.
We did some cool survival, just a small taste, right?
Yes.
Of some TACFIT survival experience this weekend, right? Which was nice for me to see. I did a little bit when I went to Spain with you guys, when you guys almost, you guys tried to kill me that one time in the mountains.
With no water.
With no water.
No water.
And the sun, amazing sun, 40 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we had a great time. Just had to start a fire, how to build shelter, how to get your bearings, right? If there's no compass or GPS, right?
Yes.
So it's great. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we did these two workshops. Well, Pedro did these two workshops, one for the family.
Yeah.
Families and with kids, and was totally different than the other one,
Than
right?
the adult one, yeah.
For adults.
It's very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
¿Puedes hablar en español?
Sí.
¿Puedes
Pues
explicar?
fue muy diferente, efectivamente. La experiencia con niños a los adultos, para mí, el inglés, que el idioma no lo hablo correctamente, pero bueno. Al final
se hace entender.
Sí,
Yeah.
sí, como un indio.
Yeah, he didn't. It was a little slow, right, with the English and the Spanish for the
Yes.
kids, but it was great. Yeah, at the end, I really, people ask me what did you prefer, right? What did you prefer? And I was like, oh, it's just different, right?
Yeah.
But they're both amazing, right? The kids, they're on cell phones and video games and this and that, and we're out in nature, building things and spending time together. I really enjoyed that. You know, a simple thing like it's like primal, right? To start a fire, how to start different fires.
Y es una experiencia muy corta, son solo 4 horas, y en 4 horas es solo jugar y un pequeño test, pero bueno, estuvo muy divertido. La próxima vez dormiremos en el refugio.
Yeah, so it was a 4-hour quick workshop, right? And it was great because you get to feel a little bit like a taste, right? But next time, overnight somewhere, camping and doing the whole thing.
It's difficult to keep the attention of the kids for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And even more now because they're always on the screens, on the phones, etc. And they are used to things that change very fast and keep the attention on the nature. And on this guy for 4 hours is like I believe it was challenging for them.
Yes.
But all the kids, all of us, we started the fire, right? They all started the fire.
Yes.
It's great.
The first time using the flint, using the fire steel is different. Flint is with the stone.
I got it.
Fire steel is composed.
Is it fire still or fire stick?
Fire steel.
Still.
Yes. Yes. Fire steel. Yeah. The flint is different. With the stone.
En español se llama
Ferrocerio.
In
Spanish.
Which is ferro is steel.
Hierro,
Right.
cerio, magnesium. Yeah, it's different.
Cool. Yeah, and then at the end, the second day for the adults, you did with two wood, like spinning the
hand
wood.
drill.
Yeah, that's like a show. All of us were, like little kids, like watching. Oh my god! And you spun the stick so fast, right? You cut one in half, and then you spun the stick on the wood until it got so hot that it basically turned into like a little coal, and then you put it into the tinder, and then blow on the tinder a little bit.
Yeah, or nest inside the nest.
Inside
you
the
need
nest.
the nest.
Yeah, like a tinder nest.
Salió bien, pero es la última habilidad que se aprende. El fuego por fricción, o sea, manual. Esa es la última. En España lo llamamos que es la parte romántica de hacer fuego. No es la parte real. O sea, tú necesitas llevar un material mínimo y hacer fuego con lo que tienes ahí. Si tú tienes un encendedor, utiliza el encendedor, ¿vale? Eso es la última opción. Pero estuvo divertido.
and he says that is the last thing they teach to how to make fire, because if you are in a travel in the mountains, you should get a lighter with you or other things that it's easier to make fire with that, because it's very difficult to do fire with
we could all see.
with the stick.
En las formaciones, en mis formaciones, enseño primero qué tengo que llevar. Y lo hago progresivo. Es igual que TACFIT. TACFIT y Survival es cuando se complementan, es perfecto. Tanto en la parte de entrenamiento como en la parte de estructura. Es hacerlo de manera progresiva.
So when he teaches in his certifications or workshops, he always do it on a progressive way. So from very simple and the most important parts on your backpack, for example, to the critical situation in which you don't have nothing. But that's the last part. It's the romantic part, but it's the last one.
Yeah. Ayer hablé con Taylor, que hizo un curso aquí, y lo primero que hicieron es un refugio natural. Es con las hojas, y eso para mí es lo último que se tiene que hacer. Fuego por fricción, es lo último. Entonces, TACFIT, por ejemplo, me ayudó a entender que la mejor forma era estructurarlo de más simple a compuesto, a complejo.
So TACFIT has taught him the way to teach it and for people to really learn it. Like it's maybe it doesn't seem like it's important, but it's everything, because if you don't learn it, you're not gonna be able to do it. Like simple, compound, complex, and the sophistication of the learning, right?
Yeah, it's the same. If you learn how to make fire with just a stick, wood stick, and then with nothing else, it's the most difficult part.
Right.
And then you will never get it. So you will be frustrated.
Yeah.
Like in movement.
Yeah.
If you try to do, I don't know, a clean and jerk with a weight, and then you can do it, and heavy weight, you can do it, you will be frustrated, and you won't come back.
Yeah.
So you have to go from simple things, easy things.
Yeah.
So it's easier to do
to learn,
fire with
for everybody.
fire stick. So it's important to do it on a good progression.
And do you remember cuando empecé a hacer ya directamente, la respiración era muy
connecting the breath with the movement,
shoulder pack, and keep the pressure on the boot.
like the things that you learn in TACFIT, right? The 7 key components of structure, the breathing, all the same, all the things transfer to everything, right?
Everything, yes. Yeah. It's very good.
Yeah, because that was the question I was going to ask you, was why TACFIT survival experience? Because the base, like, you can apply it to anything, right? If survival, life, live a better life,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Jiu-jitsu,
And
everything.
to survive, it's also important to be on a good condition, physical condition.
Yeah.
And that's why he in his workshops also he teaches training. And for runners, he has 90 runners, trail runners. He trains
trail runners.
Trail runners.
He trains them.
All ages, right? Different ages.
Yes. And
it's a lot of people. 90
the
people.
strength part is made with TACFIT.
Yes.
So.
En running lo que hacemos es, durante 2 meses de pretemporada, utilizamos ejercicios, bodyweight, en outdoor, para trabajar la base. Es técnica, trabajo de fuerza con TACFIT, y luego ya progresivo.
Yeah. You're explaining to me how you teach your students. Like, you don't even have them run. You have them teach them technique, and then you have a progression and a way.
Lo primero es, mucha gente no le gusta correr, pero no le gusta correr porque empiezan
I'm gonna
corriendo.
have you like say one thing and pause, and then Nestor you can translate. I think it's a bit better like this.
Okay.
So go ahead again.
Mucha gente
A lot of people,
no le gusta correr
I don't like to run.
Porque cuando empiezan a correr,
When they think about running.
corren y ya está, sin más. Entonces no tienen una base.
They don't have a base to
They start
to form.
running directly, and they don't have a base to do that
Yeah.
correctly.
A basic understanding of
Yes.
how to run correctly.
And not just understanding, also the body awareness and the body, the muscles, all the structures are not ready for that.
Cuando viene gente a Global Trainer, es lo primero, técnica de carrera, antes de correr. Lo segundo, el trabajo de fuerza. Luego, trabajo de fuerza y técnica de carrera. Más luego, la técnica específica de montaña. Es muy importante desde el principio.
So first thing they do is technique, running technique, then strength training. Then they mix both things, and then they start to run. You know, but the first thing is to make that basic condition.
Igual que TACFIT, es para todo el mundo. ¿Cómo lo hago para todo el mundo? Midiéndolo con la frecuencia cardíaca. O sea, yo puedo correr contigo en una zona determinada y tú irás a una velocidad y yo iré a otra. Entonces, todo el mundo puede entrenar en la misma clase.
As in TACFIT with progressions, regressions, he controls the rhythm and the intensity running with
Something's
with the
five
fighters
yeah.
and the health system. He controls the intensity with the heart rate.
Yeah.
And everybody wears the heart rate control system, the monitor.
Yes. Es lo más importante para empezar. Y luego ya, de manera progresiva.
To get more intuitive, to understand where you are at, right? In your conditioning.
Yeah. Yeah. Y siempre entrenas en tu condición actual. Es igual que TACFIT. Es la misma estructura. Entrenas siempre en tu situación actual, en
You
tu
train
nivel.
where you are at your level that you're at.
Yeah. Sí, así es. Es todo junto. Es, correr, es TACFIT y es la supervivencia, las habilidades. Para mí es...
The same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all one.
Yeah.
But lacking on jiu-jitsu, right? Lacking on fighting, right? He knows how to fight.
One time this week, Pedro, jiu-jitsu?
What?
Beginner class?
¿Qué día?
I don't know.
With Kevin?
Tomorrow.
With Kevin?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
I try.
we got it.
Será bueno contigo.
Yeah.
You will be kind, right?
Lo sé. Okay.
Yeah. You were like Nestor. You were talking yesterday about brain waves and recovery brain waves, and just the different brain waves. Could you say a few words about? I'm just gonna switch a little bit, so you're not just translating. So it was funny. We did a little like short film on you, right? And I always learn things, right? But like your mom was a nuclear physicist. And your brother was Olympian, like you're athlete,
architect.
You come from good family, and you have athletic and even martial arts background. Before you got into your physical fitness kind of career, I guess. So could you say a few words about just what you were saying yesterday about just the different?
Yes. After the class, the jiu-jitsu class, I did the compensation. And I told them that was important. First thing, why we compensate.
And what is compensation? In other words, what does it mean to compensate?
It's the stretching part, the cool down part.
It's also like releasing tension, also, right? To turn off the muscles and the nervous system.
Instead of it's like a boat, and you have the mast of the boat. Yes,
where the sails are on it. Yeah.
Yes, where we have the sails, and you have one tensor tight and the other tensor is loose. Okay, instead of the tight tensor make it loose, you have to tighten the loose one.
Right.
Okay, so you have two tensors, and then the boat will be more stable, will be more efficient and effective. Okay, so our body is the same. our body needs to compensate, which means that instead of stretch those muscles that are under tension, we have to release, to increase, the activation of those who are not
Active,
active, you know? And also if we train a specific part of the body, we have to activate the other part of the body,
The other side.
that everything is compensated. When our body is compensated, then it's like a threat. If the body is not compensated, it feels under threat, and then it will start to defend itself.
Tighten up. It'll be tight.
And
start to
tighten up because
lose mobility. You don't
yes,
feel
to
so
close.
good under
It's
stress. More
closed,
stress.
you know. It's like a kid. If you threat a kid, if you shout to a kid, it becomes to the body posture. Everything is closed, and it's difficult to open then. And we want our bodies to be open to be able to do anything, any movement. So that's why at the end of the class, our goal is to activate muscles and then open the body. So that's why we told this part of the session, the last part, compensation. Well, the last part, no, the before the last part, because we have another part. But I told them because I made them close their eyes. And why we close the eyes and we focus on the breathing and focus on the increasing the parasympathetic system. We have the sympathetic, which
fight or flight.
The flight, yes. So
Nervous system.
yeah, run or fight, okay. And the parasympathetic, which is the I'm released, I'm relaxed, you know, to go down, the heart rate goes down, etc. Then the parasympathetic, we need to increase that at the end of the session to promote
To start the recovery.
the recovery, because we improve when we recover. Instead of if we train, we finish the training and we are on a worse condition. So but we need
broken down, yeah.
to
Our body's
recover
broken down.
to improve our physical condition, you know, and our performance.
We get stronger in the recovery.
Yes. And the same when we study, and the same when we learn things. So we need to sleep well, but we need also to go down on our stress, you know, go down on these brain waves to be able to understand things and to integrate that things. So there's a part. Yeah, everything's good.
I hear some kind of noise. Do you hear that? Okay. Sorry. That was like
Ghost.
an animal. Yeah, ghost. Yeah. Sorry. Keep going. Keep going.
So if now, for example, you are stressed, we are stressed, you're not because you are used to it, but we are stressed because Alberto Crane show, you know, podcast, etc. But if we close the eyes, just close the eyes, and we focus on breathing, our heart rate goes down.
Go down.
And our brain waves as well start to go slower, you know, and we move to alpha brain waves, in which these alpha brain waves allows us to be more concentrated, to be more precise, to understand better the things, and also to learn things. And this learning will be on a total learning system, or when we sleep. And when we sleep, we need the deep delta waves because that's for recovery. So we need these waves to recover our body, to recover our system. But also we need this REM, rapid eye movement phases when we sleep, in which our eyes start to move very, very, very fast. It's called also the paradoxic part of the sleep, because your brain is very slow, but your body is like very wake up. You know, that's paradoxic, and there is when everything that we have learned and we have stored on the amygdala goes to the neocortex, and then it's really when we learn and when we integrate things. So we have to study, of course. We have to learn things, but we have to be able to keep those things that we are learning on the amygdala, and then to de-storage that on the neocortex. So it's looks difficult, looks difficult, but it's a part of the system.
Yeah, like it's cool to talk about like brainwaves. There's like a noise. You know what that noise is?
God. It's just one of you guys moving. You guys are moving something.
Is it the thing on the ground or what?
Is this one?
No,
Maybe
it's just something's moving.
is this cable?
Am I on my cable? Am I on the cable?
No, I think it's coming from the.
Llámale un momento, por favor.
It's because the extra mic is very sensitive. So like.
Which one?
That one's very very sensitive.
Mine? Or
No.
Alberto Pedro's?
I don't know where it's coming from.
Maybe when we move the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Con
Like a
el,
little tiny.
con los golpes.
So don't touch the table. All right?
You touch it, just
No, I think it's los golpes de abajo. Claro.
That too.
Boom.
That too. When they hit the bag, the movement of the bag. It like.
Okay.
That's so
Okay.
sensitive. You can hear
Okay.
everything.
Okay. All right.
Don't worry, I'll cut that off.
So basically, right? Like a lot of words, a lot of brain things, right? But I enjoy because when you break it down, I even talk about brain things. Like, what are you doing when you're compensating, right? You're trying to. I say it in a couple of words. Like, I just say you're releasing tension in the body, right? Mm-hmm. So you can turn off the muscles that we use because they stay on, right? When after we train,
Wow.
like they're not turned off, and to also turn on the recovery nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, right?
That's the how do you say the consequence. The consequence is that your body's turning off.
Mm-hmm.
But when we compensate, because we are designed for survival, yes, to survive, not for performance. Okay, so our body reacts because it wants to keep safe.
Right.
To keep safety. And then if our body feels that there's a threat, then it will close down. It will close the posture, will close everything. And it will give you pain and will give you a lack of strength. So that's why when we activate, we allow other muscles to relax. It's not that we are putting under tension these muscles to be relaxed. It's not that we do massage.
Right, but I explain it like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but agonist antagonist muscles, right? So like the bicep, to turn off the bicep, I have to flex my tricep and vice versa. So like I say I do a bunch of bicep curls, and I want to flex the functional opposite, which is like tricep, right? Tricep muscle. So I flex my tricep. They say around 1 minute to compensate, like more or less, right? And then when I flex the tricep, the bicep muscle relaxes,
Yes, that's true, and that happens, but other things happens. But why that happens? Because the body wants to survive. So if you have your biceps with tension and you activate your triceps and you extend your elbow, then you put your biceps even in more tension. So that's why then your biceps can be damaged. So that's why it needs to relax.
Right. We usually do some kind of movements to kind of relax the body, get your nervous system. Like we do some movements, like just to kind of get connected to your body. Like for example, yesterday you did the cool down, and you did some movements like just swaying your body side to side, just to kind of relax your body. And then when you relax your body more relaxed, then you're able to connect your body better for the compensations.
Yes, that's true. So that's part of
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I'm saying, like it's correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah? No, of course. But so think that if a muscle can lose its control, can lose its activation. Why? Because, for example, sometimes if we shorten too much the muscle, okay, there's intrafusal fibers in which gives information to your central system. Okay, if this information it's lost. Okay, then your system doesn't have information, and then it gives a message to contract this muscle so it can move, because he does not have information of that muscle. It's like if you drive on a road, okay. If you drive on a sunny day and with the windows very clear, you know, and you have some cars, but it's a good day, good vision. You can drive fast. But on the same situation, with on the same road, the same number of cars, but if it's raining, no light, and the windows are like foggy, yes. Then you slow down, but it's the same situation,
Right.
but you don't have information, so you have to slow down the velocity.
Like in other words, like what I say also, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like our GPS of where we are in space. We're doing our interflow, our joint mobility, and we're doing these things for to give feedback to the brain of where we are in space. And when it has more understanding of where we are in
More
space,
information.
we relax. Everything relaxes better, and our like our nerves or everything just starts to communicate better. Our systems, right? Our vestibular of our head, how it moves in space, our eyes, everything, starts to connect, and because of that, it starts to relax and starts to work better. Is that right?
Totally true.
Yeah.
So you have two parts on the system, the software and the hardware.
Right.
It's an easy way to
Yeah.
to resume that.
But at the end of the day, it's all one, right? It's all one computer.
Yeah. So
The software is inside the hardware.
we can work on both things. But we need a great hardware. You need strength on your muscles. You need to good nervous system, and it's running well, and the cardiovascular system is good. Your breathing is also good. You have the full capacity of your lungs, etc. But also the way you use that is the software, and the way you use that is what we learn on not just. People is more focused on big muscles and strength and mobility. It's not just that.
The word mobility, right? Is the
mobility
fashion.
depends on your strength, and your strength depends on how's your body, and if it's well connected, and how you use that, and how you connect different muscles and different fibers, depending on the movement you want to do, you want to develop. And the proprioception is not just proprioception.
Proprioception is another word for your understanding of where you are in space.
Yes,
Just
where
so
you are on
people can
space,
understand.
but also the proprioception is inside you.
They call that interoception.
Interoception. Yes, but everything is proprioception.
Yeah.
So, and that's what your muscles are doing, and what speed, what all that information.
The world
need
around
all
you.
that.
The world around you.
Amazing.
Yeah. I nerd. Thank you, Nestor. It's a lot of information. I'm trying to, because it's a lot of words, a lot of science things, terms, and sometimes people they get a little bit like
And I'm
lost.
explaining in English. Sorry, because
No.
some words maybe are
Para mí es
different,
perfecto.
But like I think of like this: the more you know, the more you are aware of these kinds of things, how things work. Your body even releases hormones for you to understand, for you to feel better, just because you understand of how things work. Like Scott, when were telling me that.
Para mí, lo más importante es estar compensado. Porque si tú eres muy móvil, pero no eres estable, el riesgo de lesión es muy alto. Si eres muy fuerte, pero no tienes buena movilidad, para según qué situaciones, tampoco. Igual que lo del correr.
So I just want to one thought I had, like stability, right? Like, what is stability? Like I'm always trying to try to say it simple in a way, and stability is the balance between strength and mobility. Yes.
In my definition is different. My definition is.
I'm just
Yes.
trying to make it. I'm just thinking.
Well, my definition, the one I like more, is the ability to control movement.
The movement,
That's
yes.
stability.
Control movement.
Movement. And you can be stable on a neutral position, but you can be unstable on a mobility position, and then you are under a threat, or you
Right.
have problems. So those people who are very mobile, but they are not stable, they can't control movement on that position of the joint, then they are under problems.
La
Like
clase de hoy,
The thing is to be stable on the whole range of
Right,
motion
right,
of movement.
exactly.
is the same with the today class.
Today's class.
Yeah, today la clase de Clubbell no es lo mismo hacerlo performance que hacerlo en diferentes partes. Tú necesitas trabajar la estabilidad para poder ejecutar bien
Today
el
was a
ejercicio.
stability class. We did a club book. You taught a
Yeah.
club book class.
Es
before.
otra clase. El performance es muy buena, pero necesitas trabajar este tipo de clases para ser más, que es lo que decía él. Es,
to break it down to get more stable in your
More- yes.
in your movements.
yeah.
So one thing I learned from one of my mentors, Ricky Martinez from Spain. He's one of the guys that
I thought you were gonna say
admire
Ricky
most.
taught.
And
Ricky. Okay.
Ricky Martinez.
Ricky Martínez.
He owns a company. He developed a system which is called the MTS, Mapping Training System.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot from him because everything is based on science, you know, and on evidence, and as
It's
should
kind of
be.
like the guy here, NKT, right? Neurokinesis, something like
I
it's a
don't
similar.
know.
It's similar. It's similar.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you showed me some of the things.
And this guy, now
Lost my-
you interrupted me. Sorry, come on.
He was the map training.
Yes, mapping training system. I will get it. So
Okay.
No worries. Go ahead. Because you were speaking about tú parlabas
De la estabilidad con la clase de hoy. O sea, hoy hemos hecho una clase buscando la estabilidad. Entonces, creo que por donde iba él es porque Ricky precisamente trabaja mucho en el tema de la conexión neurológica, ¿entiendo?
No, but two things. Two things that I wanted one thing before
Yeah.
because, and I learned from him as well. But this thing is that you have to start working on your stability. Always. Then, if you work on your stability and your strength, you will get mobility. But if you go for mobility and force your mobility with the stretching, with different things, but your body is not stable and it's not strong, then your body will become
Under threat.
threatened,
Threatened,
okay?
yeah.
And then it will give you pain and lack of motor control. So that's why first thing, work on your stability always, and then try to improve the stability on the range of motion, on different range of motion.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to understand it in a simple way, you know.
Yes, I'm
stability.
explaining on this
Yeah.
simple way. That's why always be stable and then go for mobility. But first, be stable.
For example, right, like a bodybuilder guy. Okay, he's strong. He can squat 1,000 pounds, but does he have a twist? Can he do a lunge with the twist? No, right? Because he doesn't. So that's unstable, right? He's right.
Well, he's unbalanced because he's not
And his body.
balanced on the movement.
Right.
So, and he's working with just a few movements, so he's not balanced on the different lines of force that his body can do. So that's why when he goes out of this position, then he's not mobile because his body is not allowing him to go to that position.
Right.
But you can find bodybuilders with amazing mobility.
Yeah, for sure.
Or
Right.
those who do athletic gymnastics.
Some yogas
Yes,
and
the
things
gymnasts,
like that. Yeah.
etc. That they are mobile and they are strong and they
Yeah.
are. But also we can find sometimes a lack of activation on these people because they are overusing some muscles,
Right.
and they are not compensating. That's why the concept of TACFIT can help them. The concept of CST also can help them a lot.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to say is that there's an app because body awareness, you
Yeah.
know, and pain, etc. There's an app that helps to remove pain on the back, for example, or on different parts of the body, in which you have just to identify the position and the side of the body which is moving on a picture. Just and it shows you
With the
different
angles,
pictures.
right? The angles.
Yes,
No.
the angles, the if it's rotating to the right, rotating to the left, etc. Just identifying that on the pictures gives you more awareness of your own body and helps you to remove pain if you have pain. So it's another tool that we use and some physiotherapists use to avoid or to release pain on the people. Because pain is not just structural. Pain is also how you feel, how are your memories, how are the situations, your traumas,
and memories
yes.
that
And
accidents.
There's some people that they don't have nothing structural, but they have pain, and we have to understand. And it's real. It's not fake. It's real pain. But why? Because of the memories, because of the traumas, because of different things that are influencing to this for this pain. More or less.
Yeah.
No, it's
What
the-
is what is pain,
Perfecto.
right? What is stability? What is pain? Right? What is pain? Like, how do you say it simply?
Pain, first we have to understand that we don't have in our body receptors of pain. So if you have pain on your finger, for example, it's an interpretation of your central nervous system, of your brain, of different information that is receiving. Baroreceptors, so pressure, thermoreceptors, nociceptors, so damage, okay, but no pain. And also an interpretation of the memories, of the threads, different threads that you can have, traumas, etc. And then your body makes an idea with all this information and that is doing a strategy. And the strategy can include pain because the strategy is to don't move that finger.
It's again going back. It's to survive, right?
Yeah.
It's a survival
Sí, sí.
reaction.
So, for example, you are on a fight situation in the military, you know,
Right,
and you
right.
get shot,
Right.
and some people doesn't feel that, or they lose the feet,
Yeah.
one foot,
Yes,
and they don't
adrenaline.
feel that, and they start running, and I can run. Why? I don't have foot. And no pain. Why? Because the stress, you know,
Adrenaline.
all the hormones there and everything, and but you get shot at home and then you die of pain. So pain is a way that makes you survive. Okay, if you are on a war and you are someone gets shots you, but you need to survive because you have to run away. You will not feel the same pain as you are in home, for example.
It's funny, like kids,
que
right?
llegas
At
a-
the parents with the kids. If the kid is with the mom, he will react a certain way. And if he's with the dad, he will react a different way, right?
Yeah, that's so. It's an interpretation, and for example, those people, the phantom,
Right. They're
foot,
missing
right?
an arm,
They're
missing and their hand hurts, right?
and the hand hurts, and it's real hurt. So they feel pain on the hand or on the foot, you know, and they don't have that foot or they don't have that hand. But so it's an interpretation of the different informations that we have.
Did I ever tell you about my wrist? Because I don't remember. I broke my wrist like maybe 15 years ago, and I told you that the German, he's like a sports scientist. He did he showed me. He got me. I couldn't do this right. I couldn't put my this backwards I couldn't put my hand on the ground. You guys remember?
That's
whatever.
motor amnesia. Called
Right.
Motor amnesia.
Right. And he got my mobility back in 5 minutes. What he did was I did an app where I had left and right hand differentiation. So it was a game. I was like, is this left or right hand? So it was different positions of the hand, pictures of different of hands in different positions, and I would have to think about press the button, and so the thalamus is the part of the left and right hand differentiation. So I warmed up. I played it 2 or 3 times, warmed up that part of the brain. And then I did an app with I did a mirror. It was a mirror app.
Yeah,
and so instead of it being I broke my left wrist, right? It looked like it was my right wrist.
Yeah.
And I was back. And once I got it back I got it back. And I did the same thing with like COVID, the smell, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't the same thing. It was different, but like just how fast, like if the brain, once it connects once, like neuro stuff, right? It's you get it back.
And this mirror is used not just on the app, because now
Right.
the technology allows you to use
Right,
on
right.
the apps,
Right,
etc.
right.
But was used many years ago.
Yeah.
So you put a mirror in the middle.
Yeah,
and
box,
one
the
hand,
box,
and
yeah.
the other hand, the hand
Yeah.
which is damaged.
Right.
Okay, it's covered.
Right.
But you look this hand, your left hand, for
Right.
example, you have your right hand on pain and you can move, etc. And you try to move both hands, but one is doing this, it's completely
Right.
extension, and the other one is just a few centimeters. But you see the right hand moving, and then with some repetitions, you recover the full mobility, because your brain understands that that hand is moving.
And very fast. Yeah.
Yeah, was he kind of noticed how much I use my visual system and different things, and so he's like, okay, so he saw that what I needed, and that's why he was like he's using my eyes, and yeah, it's crazy. We have I would say like our GPS, right? We have our eyes, which is the most important, the vestibular, our inner ear, right? How our head moves in space, and then all the proprioception, skin, and everything else. And they're always integrating. It's not one separate from the other. And then, I'll never forget it. In like 5 minutes, I could bend my wrist back all the way, you know? And I couldn't do it for 15 plus years.
Magic.
Magic, yeah, it's magic. Yeah, no, like neuro, like applied neuroscience, which is TACFIT, right? It's applied neuroscience.
It's all in connection.
And as I started to study these things, I was blown away of how much thought and how many of these pieces are in all of TACFIT, you know, even for our qual test, like the tripod, we're opening ourselves, we're compensating after everything closed, flexion, and so everything is like integrated already. You just have to do it, right?
So I always say the TACFIT, it's not therapy, but it's a great tool to help therapy and to avoid therapy. So and also to improve your performance, etc. But on this part of fitness and wellness and healthness, right? It's important.
I say wellness, right? I was like, Nestor is my TACFIT mentor and wellness coach.
Wellness coach.
Yeah.
Para mí sí que después de 10 años, o 12, que llevamos, 10, ¿no? 10. Para mí sí que es terapia TACFIT. 12. O sea, la gente que viene a mis clases, al final yo creo que mucha gente ya es terapia. No solo por la parte física, también por la parte mental. Es decir, por el tipo de trabajo.
Been TAC for over 12 years, and many your students and clients, right? It's not just physical; it's mental and therapy, not just physical therapy.
Por la forma de trabajar, el trabajar con las dos manos, el trabajar en todas las direcciones, en todos los ángulos. Yo creo, para mí es una terapia.
Yes, but what I say is that therapy is when you have a problem.
Right.
And a therapist can solve that problem. And that's important to make people understand. We can help, and for some people it becomes therapy because it helps or it solves that problem, it fixes that problem. But we are not going to do a specific therapy during TACFIT sessions.
Right.
We do a whole workout that includes different strategies, different techniques, etc., that will help you to fix things, will help you also to improve things, and will help you to improve your performance as well, etc. But if you have a breathing problem, okay, go to the therapist, but come to TACFIT, because in TACFIT you will have the
It will
perfect
help
base, the perfect training to improve your breathing system. But if you have a specific thing, maybe you should go to the therapist, because this guy or this girl or whatever, okay, will fix that.
Yeah.
Because it needs a very specific things. Because sometimes it's not the system you use, is when you use that system to fix a problem. And for example, hypopressives. If you use hypopressives, some exercises, hypopressive exercises, that your body is not ready to do that, then it becomes a problem instead of a solution. So you have to go to the simple exercises, or to the first exercises, the first part of the first level, So and sometimes TACFIT can do the same in specific problems. And the thing is that the coach, which is teaching TACFIT, can help you, because the good trainer is as the good doctor. Is the one that identifies the problem and then finds the solution.
Yeah.
To know the solution is easy. The difficult thing is identifying the problem. And it's like I always say.
You think the solution is easy?
To fix the solution is easy.
Because
yes,
to
when
find
you
the
know
solution
the
is
problem,
easy. Okay.
when you know the problem, to fix that problem is easy, because everything is on the books. Look at Dr. House. House, yes. Do you know House?
Muy simpático.
The show House.
Okay.
The doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. During the whole program.
Yeah.
Okay. Is trying to find the problem. Once he finds the problem, then he tells his minions, okay, fix that. Because all the solutions, of course, you have to know the solutions, you have to know the systems, but to find what you need is the difficult part, And the good trainer is the one that finds out what your body needs and how you should fix that with the tools that he has. If there's a lack of strength, a lack of stability, a lack of mobility, a lack of body awareness, a lack of, or maybe you are too close because you had an experience in the past, a trauma, and that's the good trainer. Of course, the tools, mandatory. To have the tools, the systems, to have the knowledge is mandatory.
But that's you said. I think you said it's like the solution is easy for somebody, a good trainer who searches for the knowledge, who's studying, who's always adding tools to the toolbox. But a lot of people, they don't want to do the work, or they don't do the work, right? So they don't have the knowledge. And so,
if they don't have the knowledge, they shouldn't be teaching.
But there's a lot of people that that teach.
Of course.
So the solution is easy for somebody that has like a master of, for like you guys, like you have so much knowledge and experience. It's easy, right? Like finding out the issue. Okay, cool. I know what to do.
But if you understand TACFIT deeper, you have multi-tool with TACFIT.
Yeah.
Only with 7 key components, you can see the injury in your student.
Yeah.
¿No? ¿Lo he dicho bien? Sí, más o menos.
You can see like there's something wrong in the structure. There's something's not right in your movement, because you can break it down just by knowing the 7 key components of structure from TACFIT.
Con 7 key components, si tú analizas a un alumno haciendo un ejercicio, puedes detectar perfectamente su problema. Tienes que haber entendido qué es TACFIT realmente, pero con un mountain climber, por ejemplo. Si alguien no puede extender la rodilla, si alguien no puede tener estabilidad en la cadera, no hace el leg drive, el shoulder pack, o sea, puedes ver muy rápido con gente en tu clase el problema.
Yeah.
O sea,
If
tienes
you're doing a mountain,
una herramienta muy buena.
yeah, mountain climber, movement and TACFIT, you can see, okay, don't have the leg drive, they're missing this, they're missing that, they don't understand it, right? So you can kind of help them just by building those blocks,
Or,
right?
or for example,
those pieces.
with the swipe. If you don't use the leg drive,
Yeah,
only use the shoulder,
yeah.
you need to connect your hip,
Yeah.
you need to connect
Opening
your
up
leg
the
drive.
hips,
Yes,
squeeze the butt.
it's not the same.
just
When you
shoulders.
go back or up,
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
You need to understand who is guess no. What is leg drive? What is leg drive? Hip recruitment. If you understand this, you have a half work.
Yeah, it
A
doesn't
mitad
have to
trabajo.
work.
Yeah.
What
Half work.
What do you think of this advanced things are knowing are basics done really well? Like for example, like in jiu-jitsu, I think that like some advanced technique is like not always right, but like there's levels, right? There's levels of technique, and I would say like a lot of times like an advanced like technique, it's like an advanced technique, but it's knowing the fundamentals really really well. What kind of thoughts you have on that?
So you mean teaching an advanced technique to learn the fundamentals, or
No. Like I'm saying, like, well, it's an amazing advanced technique, but it's actually just knowing the fundamentals really well. But they haven't gone deep enough in the base, in the levels. The regressions. They don't really understand the base. They try to go too fast.
if
and
you
things.
you can be
Sure,
you
of
can be
course.
a
We're just talking, yeah.
superhuman,
Yeah.
of course, and then someone explains you an advanced technique and you do
Get it right away.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Get it fast. But for the rest of the people, of the mortals, okay, we need progressions.
And even those guys, right? Like Superman, like they have injuries, they have things that happen in life. Like I see myself, like you lose certain capacities and capabilities, and because of the way TACFIT's designed, I'm able to rebuild. Like simple compound, like just the different steps, right?
Yes, yeah. But what I mean is that these people, for example, you teach them a technique and then they do a shoulder pack, they do a hollow body, they do everything without teaching them.
Right.
That. So, but there's just a few people.
Yeah.
But with the rest of the people, we have to go step by step, and we can show them what we want to achieve, okay, with the complete movement and the complex movement. But we have to go down on this pyramid, okay, of components that they need, and then go step by step. I was speaking. We spoke this week. We've been here. We spoke with Ricky, for example, Ricky, Quebrado, and Taylor, because they are level 1s and they can go for level 2. And they asked us, but what kind of training I should do to go for level 2?
And what time?
And what time do we need, etc. And I told them, if you are ready, you just need 2 months to prepare level 2, TACFIT level 2, which is very hard. But what are the minimums you have? You need strength, you need mobility, body awareness, and so this, if you are strong, if you are stable and you have mobility, you can keep the hollow body, for example, during a hard training. Then you just need to apply that to the specific movements of TACFIT. But the same with the specific movements of the TACFIT test, specific movements in Jiu-Jitsu, and of course, you said, first time I did Jiu-Jitsu, you said, oh, it's amazing because you have the body awareness because of TACFIT.
When you did the first time
the elbow
Jiu-Jitsu,
low, the shoulders in, the elbows in.
You understand the structure,
Yes, you understand the structure, etc. Now I'm lacking on technique, and in Jiu-Jitsu, you have many techniques, so infinite techniques. But in TACFIT, for example, for level 2, it's easy. It's difficult because you need these components before, but it's easy because it's just learned how to do it when you have the strength, the mobility, the stability. And that's why every person needs a training system or a training program that gives these components, these basic components to his body, and then whatever they do, they are ready for it.
Yeah, it's funny. You say, yeah, it'll take you about 2 months if everything is correct in your body. And I'm like, yeah, it took me like 1 year of like hard training for me.
Yeah, and
year.
for us too.
Oh my
for
God.
us too, and more than 1 year.
Yeah.
But why? Because we did not have the strength, the stability. So that's why. So and why people when they finish level 2, for example, they start to lose connection with the team, with the legion, etc. Because they've been training for too many months, very specific. No. You have to train on the basic components. You have to train on the strength, etc. For 4 months, I don't know, 2 years, whatever you need, depending on your starting
Yo
point.
necesité 6 meses.
And
Porque
then,
no podía levantar 32 kilos. Porque no tenía fuerza.
My last time doing push press with 32 kilograms was in my test.
Your first
Actually,
time?
my last time.
Last time.
But actually, I did one more time for a video, just to make the video for the video I did for my team leader video. But it was the last time. The 32 kilo, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's too much.
no, but if you have this,
Yo pesaba 70 kilos y tenía que levantar 32.
32 kilos.
Sí, no, 68 pesaba. Tuve que engordar, o sea, aumentar peso 3 kilos para poder levantar 32.
Oh, you had to gain some weight. You had to gain 3 kilos to.
Yeah.
It's like
of strength,
have
of
strength.
muscle,
Yeah.
to be able to.
I mean, I couldn't do one pull up.
One pull-up.
I couldn't do one pull up. It took me 6 months to do one pull up, strict pull up.
Yeah.
All the way down, all the way up. 6 months.
6 months.
And oh my God, I was like, I'm never gonna be able to do this, but I just keep trying.
Yeah. But
Because it hurts sometimes to do the things,
think, for example, if you do foxtrot, which is the for those who doesn't know,
For
is
TACFIT,
one of the
Test.
level 2 tests. If you do foxtrot every week during 1 year, when you finish, you hate foxtrot.
Yeah.
If you do training, if you train and you train on your strength, on your push press, on your press, but not with the exercises of the foxtrot, just on this press, on the pulls, you train on
specific
your
movement.
strength, etc.
Yeah.
And then just 2 months before you prepare foxtrot, you will be better on your test,
Yeah.
and when you finish, you will be motivated.
Yes.
Because with just 2 months I did it. No, with just 2 months, no. Of course, there's a whole story training.
I had, what's the name from? Oh my God, from Lebanon. Oh my God, I'm going blank.
Yeah.
Jihad. He said, yeah, he just pretty much did it, like in 1 month, because he's a physical specimen,
Yeah.
So
It's like Nicola.
right.
Nicola in 1 week specific. Okay. My girlfriend, for example, Gemma, she wanted to go for I asked her, do you want to go for Strong First body weight test? And in Strong First, girls, ladies, they have to do 1 pull-up, perfect pull-up, strict pull-up, 1 pistol, and 1 arm push-up. Okay? And there were girls, strong ladies, preparing that for months. And she decided just 2 weeks
2
before.
weeks. Yes.
And the first week didn't train. Just tried the exercises. And the second week, she was like, I won't do it. And I said, no, you prepare for that.
Yeah.
And then she did 1 week before. She did all the
passed.
tests. So then during the certification, she passed. So it's because her background it's on gymnastics. So, and she trains every day. She trains not every day, but 3-4 days a week. But she's well strong and mobile and stable, and that's why. So
You know, you before we were talking about how it took like 2 months. A guy 2 months you can do the TACFIT level 2 test, right? There's a quote from Marcelo Garcia. He's one of the greats of jiu-jitsu, and he had a great quote. I loved it. He says like, if you work really hard, if you work really hard, you can become a world champion. Like you work really hard. And I'm like, after doing TACFIT and things like, no, because many people, they don't understand like these basic things, and you have to break it down. You have to progress them, and then with that, if they work very hard, they can do that. But most people don't. They don't have those skill sets.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
totally.
Right? That's exact it's a great quote. I love that. Yeah, if you work hard, but you have to work hard and work smart and understand these pieces of the TACFIT, right, universe. So
Work hard and with the correct progression, and it's like the Williams movie, right?
the
Okay, follow the
Williams,
plan.
follow the plan.
Okay, so it's not you shouldn't do that yet. Okay, you're not prepared for that. No, I can beat that. I can no. Wait. Okay, work on your basics, work on these things. Okay, and step by step, I will lead you to the top. And that's the same. That's the same. So TACFIT works step by step. It's not a random system. It's not today I'm going to do club bells because it's TACFIT. I will do club bells. No. That's not TACFIT. TACFIT it's something under a plan, because you work on all the movement patterns and on a balanced way, and on the strength, on resistance, on on endurance,
Y
etc.
ayer hablaba con Ricky que para mí una de las cosas más importantes es disfrutar del proceso de TACFIT.
One of the
Es
things
lo más
you're
importante.
talking about with Ricky, one of the most important things is to
Enjoy
the
the process.
process.
Enjoy the process, yes. The way is, for me, is the most important thing. For me. Si no disfrutas del proceso, por ejemplo, yo recuerdo con Néstor que lo más bonito de mi team leader fue el entrenar cada día con él. O sea, es algo que para mí fue lo más bonito de team leader. Team leader, bueno, sí, claro, está bien, pero lo mejor fue el poder hacer todo el proceso. Teníamos un problema, lo solucionábamos. Teníamos otro problema y lo solucionábamos.
You guys worked together. Your favorite part of it was doing the team leader test together.
Yeah.
And if there was an issue, a problem, you would put your minds together and find the solution every time.
Yeah. Para mí es lo más importante. Y es lo que intento. Ayer hablaba con Ricky que disfruta del camino, del proceso. Es para mí lo más importante.
Yeah, to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
And I always say I wouldn't do it without him, because he was always pushing me. No, you can do it. Come on, let's go, do it again, and try to do this, try to do that. So he's Pedro. When he started, of course, he had a lack of knowledge, because he started when he was old to start a business. Okay. But his passion, his motivation, he's a guy that trusts always on him and on the process, and that's why he is achieving everything he wants to achieve. And he started with TACFIT, now he's country director. He started with survival things, and now he's one of the best instructors in the world, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and that's why that's because he feels that his passion, his his determination.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And
Qué bonito. Me ha gustado y todo, ¿eh?
y no lo entendí.
Sí, lo entendí perfectamente.
I was
Casi
waiting-
Hablo Spanglish.
Estoy llorando. I'm crying. I'm crying.
Right.
I thought you were gonna say a smart remark, like a funny remark back.
entendido perfectamente.
No, one of the things I enjoyed, right, when I first went to visit in Barcelona, you guys, was the connection, and it started with you guys. This connection, and then it spread. You know,
Yeah.
the brotherhood, the friendships, the relationships.
Sí. Sí, sí.
Because it's like you said, stronger together, right? And we're better together.
Yeah.
Yeah, helping each other. So
Yes.
Before we
it
have
started, it started when we trained for the level
yeah,
2.
yeah.
Stronger together. Well, for level 1 also, but we didn't.
Level 2 is
knew,
crazy, yeah. The
but
back in
level
the day
2
was something else.
And then
in those days.
the
Pero
fruit and
porque
then-
el team leader era la organización de todo el evento, había mucha gente en la certificación y nos examinábamos nosotros. Entonces fue durillo. Esa
our level
certificación.
2, we were the organizers, we were translating,
Yeah.
we were helping people, and also we tests.
Y el día de antes, tú te caíste y te hiciste daño.
Yes, and well, the same week of the certification, I fell on the street and I
You fell on the street.
yes, and I injured my wrist and we did it. And I remember the first night because it was done in 3 days. So the night from Friday to Saturday, I slept 1 hour, less than 1 hour. I couldn't sleep because
pain and-
I was organizing everything. No, it
Yeah.
was in 2 days, but the day before we were welcoming everybody.
yeah.
The T-shirts, you know, the certificates,
certificates.
the everything, you know, the manuals, the gifts for the people, you know, and also Alberto Galazzi, that you know him, and he's demanding professor, demanding trainer,
Estricto.
very strict, and you know, it was, and I slept 1 hour.
Yeah.
Then the second day, Saturday, we did the certification, teaching, translating, helping people, going to dinner with all the team, you know, organizing the dinner, organizing the meals, everything. And then Saturday night, I could sleep 5-6 hours, but it was enough. And then on Sunday,
test.
the 3 tests, the echo, the qual, and the foxtrot, echo, foxtrot, and qual.
What a yeah, you know, I can relate so much. Obviously I couldn't have done it without I think both you guys, but Nestor was, you know, we did a hyperpressive thing and you came out. He spent a week with me. I couldn't have done it. He had a saying like, I'm good because I'm bad. But like you broke down the techniques, the way you did it, all the tricks, how to rest, when to do things, like strategy too, you know. So it was I couldn't have done it without you, you know.
Yeah, because I'm good, but because I'm bad. That's because, for example, in my opinion, Maradona or Lionel Messi
Right.
are the best football players in the history. Also,
Soccer players, yeah.
There are many, but maybe these two and they, I believe, they have a natural position, you know, and they were born to do that. So they don't know how to they don't know how they do it, but they do it anyway, you know, because since they were kids they were doing that. And so for them to explain things and to, you know,
Break it down.
and to explain and to help, and they don't have, I believe, they don't have this medical eye, you know, doctor eye, clinical eye, to know what's needy, what are the needs, what's the problem, and
They just say, I'll just do it because
Yes.
they could do it.
come on, do it. It's easy. Look at me. It's easy to do it, you know. So that's why I always say I'm not strong because I'm not strong. I'm not mobile. I'm not. I don't have an amazing endurance. But because I made my body, I made myself training and looking how to improve and looking what other people were doing, studying other people, studying different techniques, etc. that made me good because I was bad on that. But if naturally I could do things, I wouldn't study that. So
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and you guys working together, like I said, both because it was a teamwork, right?
Yeah.
Even though
The twins.
he came out for a week. It was your combination, your mastermind kind of connection that allowed you guys to be able to do it and rise up. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say one more thing. I wanted to, the survival event we did. It's been a passion of yours. You started when they ask you, how long have you been doing this? You're like, since I was a kid. So how did you start into the survival?
My story.
Your story.
Bueno, mi historia es un poco peculiar. Empecé muy pequeño, pero porque mi abuelo me llevaba a la montaña y compré un libro, la enciclopedia de la supervivencia.
So you started young. How old? Like 8 years old. Different. You said peculiar is
I don't remember.
different.
what?
Your story is what's peculiar?
Peculiar.
What is that?
Peculiar, it's yes, different.
Different, like a different kind of story. Yeah. You got this encyclopedia of survival.
Survival.
No
yeah.
other people has the same story, so it's like
Right.
rare.
People did
Rare.
like Boy
It's
Scout.
rare.
Rare. That's the word.
Y empecé de manera muy autodidacta, copiando las fotos, las fotografías y haciendo lo mismo que había en la enciclopedia.
He started when he was a kid with his grandfather. He went to the mountains, etc. And then he bought an encyclopedia,
Right.
big book, about survival. And he started just copying the pictures, and trying to do what he was seeing on the pictures. Because there was no YouTube, guys.
Yeah.
There was no Instagram, no TikTok.
Y hace 8 años, claro, no había Instagram. Hace 8 años contactó conmigo una persona muy, muy buena en supervivencia para entrenarla, para hacer entrenamiento con ella. Y TACFIT, sí, y correr y demás. Y al final, pues no vi que aquello, hostia, puedo conectar TACFIT, puedo conectar las habilidades, puedo conectar el correr, y es como todo junto. Y para mí fue como la gente necesita esto. Y necesita entrenar, tener una buena base, necesita poder caminar, correr y, sobre todo, las habilidades en el mundo en el que vivimos para mí son necesarias.
Yes, 8 years ago, 8?
Sí, más o menos.
8 years ago, more or less, a guy contacted with him. He was an expert in survival things. And he wanted to train with him on running, on TACFIT, strength, etc. And then he saw what he was doing, and I remember that, personally, I remember that because he was starting to learn with this guy his specific techniques and his knowledge, to share knowledge about training and about survival things.
And running.
But I have to say that Pedro is special because everything he knows how to do it very fast, and he do it well because he does it well because his nature, he's able to do everything because his history on sports, on training, and more else, he also loves that. So when I met him, he was trying to buy knives and to buy military stuff, and he was like good on that too. So and that's why I believe TACFIT and him, they were so connected, because TACFIT also comes from military, so and
Tactical, yeah.
tactical, etc. And
First responders.
So, and I remember when he started, and I said, he will be good on this. He will be amazing.
So what part is running? With 3 parts that you talk about?
Sí, running, TACFIT, strength,
Right.
and ability.
And last one?
Ability, survival
Survival skills.
Skills. And TACFIT because of of the movement control.
Yeah.
Because you have to move your body
And the structure.
and the structure.
Like we were talking about that show Alone that they have on a TV show. They get dropped off in Alaska
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
10 things, right? They have to stay there for I don't know how many months alone. And there was a guy
100 days.
100 days, yeah. And he could hunt. He was the best guy. He could build shelter like nobody else. And then he hurt his knee. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to keep an eye on it. But he didn't know the movements to do to recover. I was like, wow, this guy didn't know like these basic body things. And then he ended up having to call the guys to get them to pick him up and get out. And he didn't finish. But he's probably the best guy, best hunter, best shelter builder. But he didn't have that skill set.
Yeah. Es eso que quiero integrar. Y quiero además aprovechar aquí para agradecer el que siempre tienes un sí y vamos a apostar con lo del TACFIT Survival Training Experience, el hacerlo todo junto. Quiero agradecerte que me hayas dejado poder hacerlo y que yo creo que es una muy buena forma de que todo el mundo entienda que junto es una muy bonita experiencia.
He's very thankful to you because you allow. Well, you always say yes to any idea, of course. But,
you guys are the best. How can I say no to you guys? Everything you say makes sense. It's very thought out. It's very intelligent thinking, very forward thinking. And you guys have the biggest hearts, wanting to help people. So, of course, to you guys, it always makes sense.
That's great. And you say yes to TACFIT Survival Training Experience to mix those two concepts and to make it happen.
Futuro programa para poder hacer. Y que la gente lo haga igual que TACFIT, lo hace todo el mundo, igual que correr lo hace todo el mundo, pues la supervivencia también la puede hacer todo el mundo. Y junto además. Sí, diferentes niveles.
Great.
Everybody can do it all together.
Different levels, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Alberto.
Sitting down. I hope it wasn't... it was good, Pedro. No problem. Speaking English and Spanish.
Understanding English.
Yeah.
Yeah. English good.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
But he has improved in just 5 days. We've been here for 5 days. And today he was teaching the class and totally different.
Yeah.
I'm survivor.
The words he was using.
He taught the class in English, no problem. Yeah.
I went out of the class because I said, okay, good for him. To not,
y cabrón. Soy un poquito cabrón.
Thank you, Alberto. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you,
much.
Alberto.
Thank you guys.